I hate Luffy. I was watching some episodes today, and I could feel my blood pressure rising, Wade. Luffy is not good for my health.
Luffy is the great... You gotta get a different outlook here, my man. Because, look... Let's just dive into it. Welcome back to the Onesie Piece podcast on this spooky Halloween.
Is this our Halloween episode?
No.
It's just scary because of the election.
It's precisely, exactly. It's extra spooky. It's even spookier than Halloween.
Word.
Who are you?
I'm a shark. I'm Esteban. I am dressed like a shark and I hate anime.
Yeah, and I'm Wade. I'm dressed like a penguin and I love One Piece and some anime. a good portion of anime I enjoy.
Yes. I've never seen One Piece. I'm watching it blind and then we're discussing it here.
And here we are. I'm reading the manga for the first time. I'm all caught up with the anime up to the most recent episode. But we're going through this together right here, right now. And today we're talking about Arlong Park number 2. Check out last week's episode to see the first half of it. We left off at the end of Nami's backstory.
Yes, her flashback backstory.
Yes, exactly.
Her flashback story.
Her flashback story, where her foster mama kicked the bucket.
Yep.
And it was very sad.
She was basically enslaved.
Yeah, that wraps it up pretty well.
Yep.
And her foster mother didn't kick the bucket. She was murdered brutally.
She was murdered.
Shot 1 to 3 times in the head. And just horrific sight.
Yes. Hate to see it. Hate to see it.
You hate to see it. So, this has been a hell of a weekend for me. So bear with me if my brain's a little bit mushy, everybody.
More so than usual.
More so than usual, which is a fucking undertaking. With that being said, I got some zoops, I got some zaps, I got some surprises for you and for you. Them.
I don't know what that was.
That's me pointing at you.
Oh, okay.
See?
I'll point back. Am I pointing back at you?
Yeah, you're pointing back at me.
Cool.
We're doing like the fusion dance kind of thing going on.
Ooh.
What does that do? What does this button do?
Is now the time to be experimenting with buttons? We got a show to do.
Yes, we do. And now, this is the most technological episode yet. You can see in the background we got sound going on. We got video, which is normal. And we got you hooked up to the audio on my computer so you can finally hear if I play any sound effects, of which I have 2.
Oh.
You want to hear them?
I do.
I'll never use them. All right, here we go. The first one.
It's time to prepare the buggy ball!
I didn't hear it.
What? You didn't hear that?
Nope.
Why do we bother? Wait, you didn't hear it?
I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear a thing.
Wow. Huh. That's gonna ruin everything. We need to figure that out.
Not right now.
No, we need to figure it out right now.
Oh, we already are always so strapped for time.
We're okay. I got it. Here it is. This is why. See, look, I'm an engineer. This, you'll hear it now.
It's time to prepare the buggy ball!
Did you hear it that time?
Yeah, I heard it that time.
That's the first sound effect. Can you guess what the second sound effect is?
Probably someone screaming.
Taxi buggy number junbi!
Is it the same thing in Japanese? Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's it! Those are the 2 sound effects that I have.
Those are our 2 sound bites.
That's it. Those are the 2 sound bites that we have. Yeah, let's just dive into it. We're going to dive into Arlong Park, leaving off where we left off last week at the end of the time skip. But there's a caveat here.
Okay.
I don't remember what happened. I... I remember one moment, which is the big moment that, well, I remember the fights, but between the time skip up to the moment, I feel like nothing important even happened anyway. You got any notes?
I got notes.
You can take it.
Okay.
Tell us what happened.
So flashback story ends, and everyone's like all riled up to go fight Arlong, I think, and the whole town marches to Arlong Park.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as they get there,
yes,
everyone's like, we're all gonna die. If they're gonna stand on our throats with the foot of tyranny, then we'll die as slaves instead of we'll die free instead of live as slaves.
Yep. I remember.
To sum it up.
Yes, and Nami's like, no, don't do it. I spent 8 years trying to stop you from dying.
And then Pinwheel guy Gonzo's like, we know. And
we were just joking around that we pretended not to know.
We were just letting you do your thing. We were just letting you collect 100 million berries on your own.
Yep.
Despite the fact that we all collectively paid him over $2 billion over the past 8 years.
They believed in her. That, though, is kicking up some memories. That military dude, that's how this all gets spawned, because she's about to get the 100 million berries, but they found the map with, like, that she made so that she wouldn't lose where her treasure was buried on the island. Mm-hmm. And the military got a hold of it because Arlong gave it to them.
Yep.
And they dug up the treasure, took it for themselves, and basically sided with Arlong. And they're all like, you're going to side with the pirates, but you're the Navy. And that's...
Because the Navy is corrupt.
Because the Navy's corrupt. We've established that already, but that's exactly... It does not change here. It continues to be corrupt.
Yes. And so Nami's mad.
Very mad.
She's very mad.
And
she
sad.
goes to Arlong, and she's like, you son of a bitch. And he's like, when did I break our deal? And she says nothing and walks away, I think.
Mm-hmm. And that's
when the town is all like, we're all gonna die for you.
Yep. Then they all walk away, and then Nami sits in town alone.
And she stabs the shit out of her arm.
She stabs the shit! She's got that tattoo of Arlong, and she just starts stabbing, and she's angry and sad and hurting, and then Luffy...
finally gives a damn.
And
that's my first note. That's my first note. So much shit could have been avoided if Luffy gave a damn.
You want to get into it?
No.
You want to get into it.
This is
the moment you've wanted.
It's come too late.
It's come too late.
This is just the cop-out Goku arriving on Namek right before everyone dies and cleans up the place.
No,
I don't care about Luffy anymore. He pisses me off.
Even.
Luffy annoys me so much in the conclusion of this arc. I hate Luffy. I was watching some episodes today, and I could feel my blood pressure rising, Wade. Luffy is not good for my health.
Luffy is you gotta get a different outlook here, my man, because look, let's just dive into it. Let's go back down this rabbit hole a little bit. Cause I thought about our conversation last week. Right?
Okay.
I thought about it a little bit, and then I forgot about it. I had some talking points. I don't remember what they are. It's been a long fucking weekend, okay? But I remember one of them. And you say all this shit could have been avoided. But, like... What you're not giving Luffy enough credit for is that Luffy, at the end of the day, is somebody who believes in his crew and believes in what they can do. he comes onto this island. Nami's clearly dealing with her own shit. Who is he to just intrude on that when he believes she can handle it? He has no reason to doubt her. He's going to be there for her when she needs him, but like she's literally yelling at him to go away. He's not going to go away. He's not just going to leave the island because she is his crew member. He loves her like a family. But he believes that she's handling it. Like, he has no reason to believe that Nami cannot handle this. And because it's clear she has a plan. It's clear she knows what she's doing. Why is Luffy just going to run in there, punch Arlong in the face, and leave? Because that would inherently just be disrespecting Nami. It'd be saying, you couldn't handle this, Nami, so I'm just going to do it for you.
So, to that I would say, both Usopp and Zoro and Sanji are all doing the opposite of what Luffy's doing, and they're giving a damn about Nami. And despite her yelling, "Get out of here," to their face multiple times, they're still going and taking actions to defend her and to defend the village and, like, you know, go through all that. Why can't Luffy do the same thing? You can still have this meaningful and powerful growth of Nami's character while still, you know, presenting Luffy as a good leader and captain.
But, like, that's why Luffy is the captain. Because
he doesn't give a damn?
No, because he, like...
Because he just decides to go for a walk and go to sleep. And when someone says, "Let me tell you about what she's going through," he says, "I don't care about her past. I'm going for a walk."
Because that doesn't change it. Her past doesn't change anything. He knows who she is and he knows that he believes in her. The past would change absolutely nothing for him. There was no point in him hearing it. And I would argue that Sanji's a simp, so he's just gonna be simping, alright? We established that, that's fine. Zoro cares about Usopp. He doesn't really give a fuck about Nami. Like, and Usopp also didn't really care about Nami until she saved him. Like, Usopp also thought she was a traitor and a horrible person and just kind of got stuck in the middle of it. And then eventually he obviously realized. But it's not like they've all been doing this for Nami. They've been doing this for other reasons. Zoro got caught by them and then just broke out. He didn't do that for Nami. He did it so that he wasn't fucking captured anymore. Usopp got captured and then Nami saved him. Nami is actually the one piloting all of these scenarios. Nami is doing exactly what Luffy thinks Nami is doing and handling the situation. Up until she isn't. Which is this point. This is the point where she realizes she can no longer handle it, and she asks Luffy for help. And when she asks Luffy for help, zero hesitation whatsoever. Luffy is in, he's ready, he knows that he's needed now, and he gives her the hat, which is super symbolic, because we've already established the hat is the most important thing to him. So giving it to Nami to he's basically gonna say, shit's going down, but, you know, you're in charge of this. Like, my most prized possession. That's how much I believe in you even now. So, like, I disagree that everybody's been doing all this shit for Nami. The plot has just been happening, but Nami has been driving the plot. Am I wrong?
No, I think you make some good points.
Okay.
I'm just continuously annoyed by Luffy and the way he conducts himself.
He's too much of a leader for you, man. What you gotta realize is at the end of the day, Luffy's dumb, and Luffy believes in his crew. And Luffy wants to have fun. Those are like the three things about Luffy. Not necessarily wants to have fun, but he wants to do what he wants to do. And so that's what he did this arc up until, you know, Nami asked for help. And then he would, you know, I think if you like just, you have this, when Luffy does anything, you just have this like red. Your eyes just go red and you get angry. But I think legitimately there's a deeperness to it. And I mean Oda is making it deeper. Luffy at the end of the day is just fucking stupid. He's stupid and he cares. Like, it may not seem, okay, see, so now you're gonna be like, well, he didn't care because he didn't do anything. But okay, he's dumb and he believes in his crew. I think it's just a better way of putting it. He never doubted Nami, and that's why he didn't interfere. He never doubted that she was going to handle it until she came to him and said she couldn't do it anymore. Like, that sounds like a captain to me. He's believing in her so much that he feels he doesn't even have to do anything. Come on, man! Read between the lines!
Listen, when I see Luffy, I see someone with a major character flaw, being that he's
For sure.
dumb. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine. Character flaws are dope.
Uh-huh.
It presents awesome challenges for characters to face, to hurdle, and to get over, and they ultimately grow from.
Yeah.
However, that's where Luffy falls short. He doesn't grow from his character flaws. They're just inserted there for weird-ass reasons, and there are never any there are consequences to his character flaws, but they're always resolved immediately, and he never learns anything from them. He doesn't grow as a character. He's just this clown dancing around as a pirate captain and just happens to come out on top because of plot.
So, I mean, we're on episode 50 of like 980.
Yes.
How much character development is gonna happen?
Avatar, The Last
So,
Airbender,
yeah, it's short.
has
It's meant
so
to
much damn
only
character
be
development
50
in
episodes.
this amount of episodes.
Yes.
You have 3 seasons of Avatar character development in this many episodes. We've had 50 episodes of this shit, and nothing's happened for Luffy.
We're still learning who Luffy is. I would argue that this arc, like, showed us who Luffy is more than anything. Like, there's no growth to be done because, like, it's still showing us who Luffy is. He's doing all this weird shit. You're supposed to be putting the pieces together, not just bitching about it.
What pieces are there to put together? He's an idiot,
I just told
and
you
he
and you
comes
said
out
I
on
made
top
good
somehow
points!
Anyway.
I told you the pieces! I put the pieces together for you!
Moving on.
Yeah.
I hate Luffy. You can't change my mind.
That is fine, but also quit being so fucking dense. You said I made good points. All I ask is that you remember the points I made, and the next time Luffy does something, you just think about what I said and see if it lines up. Even if you personally think it's stupid, just think about the points I made. He believes in his crew, he's stupid, and he wants to do what he wants. Just remember those 3 things when Luffy does anything.
Let's take those 3 points and put them in a little package and call them Luffy.
Yeah.
I hate that.
That's
I hate
fine.
those 3 points.
That's fine.
Whenever I see that package, I get mad. And then he's constantly the hero. So now I'm seeing the stupid little package go around getting all the praise and all the credit. And I don't think he deserves it because I think he's a stupid character.
At the end of the day, he cares.
So?
That's the important piece. He cares and he believes. He cares and he believes.
Moving on.
Oh, all right.
Someone yells out, he's got a devil fruit, or he ate a devil fruit, and someone else responds, who cares? I agree.
Well, I mean, that's fine.
The note came back to
what
me.
was who yelled it and why?
I think it was a shark man when they realized that he was stretchy.
Well, that
Not
seems
shark man,
like
fish man.
You agree because you've already seen him be stretchy. They're seeing him be stretchy for the first time.
I just am sick
I think it's
this.
I think it's worth pointing out to the Sharkmen that they're fighting a dude who ate a devil fruit. They immediately know his weakness, and they immediately know what he does.
That's fine.
How is that not good knowledge to share?
Well, that'd be significant knowledge, right? But then it's immediately responded with, who cares?
Well, yeah, because it's probably one of the Sharkmen that say it.
Yeah.
Because they're pirates. But they do care because they immediately use it. They use his weakness against him immediately.
Then why do they say who cares? Because that's significant information.
Because, I don't know, it was some stupid shark guy. We established last week that they're stupid. This is the most heated episode we've ever had.
When Luffy goes up against someone, I don't know, he shoves his feet into the ground, spins up like a pinwheel, and punches them or whatever. I don't care.
Wait, are we getting into the fights now?
That's this whole conclusion
Oh,
of the arc.
fuck!
Yeah.
We got fights! We got fights! I'm prepared for fucking fights!
All right. He
No!
slams his feet into the
Stop! I'm... You're so frustrated. Let's take a breather. I prepared this part, and you're gonna like it. All right? It's gonna be cool.
So Luffy's like, yeah, I'll help you. He assembles the Avengers and they march on Arlong Park.
Yes. Yeah. That's where we're starting off.
The town has been stopped from invading Arlong Park by Johnny and his brother. They're like Yosaku. They're like, don't go in there, they'll kill you. And they're like, we want to die. And then that's when Luffy and crew show up.
Yeah. And that's when the fights began. Pow, pow, pang, pang, boom, boom, pa. And that's when this podcast gets elevated to the next level. Let's go, babies. It's time for the One Piece Arena.
Oh my god.
Up first, we got... We're just going to go through the fights one at a time, regardless of if they kind of intersect. We're just going to go through them.
That's fine, yeah.
So, up first, we got... Zoro versus Hatchan. Who's ready to shake it down? So, see, that's pretty cool.
That was really cool.
Now you know why I told you to stop. I wasn't being mean. I wanted to, bring it in.
You worked hard on this. And
I worked very hard on this. This took me all fucking day, man. So, I did go over the fights. I'm going to sum them up real quick off the top of my head. I don't have notes for them because whenever I have notes, it takes me goddamn half an hour to explain anything. So, the gist of it is Zoro and Hachi get into this fight. Zoro's a 3-man sword wielder. Hachi's an 3-sword man. He wields 3 swords. Hachi here has only 6 arms in this picture, but in the anime he very much has... Wait, no, he only has 6.
Yeah, I think he only has 6.
I think you're right. I think it's only 6. Even though if he was an octopus, he'd have 8. I guess the legs are the last 2.
Well, he needs those to stand on.
Yeah. But that's 8. So that lines up. It just took me a second to think about it. He's got 6 swords, and he's like, 6 swords beats 3 swords. And Zoro says, I don't give a shit. And so then they start dueling. Zoro would easily kick Hachi's ass, which becomes immediately apparent. But his wounds from his fight with Mihawk split open. And so he's like on death's door, essentially, while he's fighting this guy. And he still continues to be a badass and fight him as hard as he can. And honestly, the fight's pretty short. Hachi does some 6-sword shit. Zoro basically says, I don't care, my swords are better. Hachi says, I'm stronger than you, so my swords weigh even more than yours. And Zoro says, I still don't care. And then breaks Hachi's swords and slices him up real good. And probably makes a, sushi joke or something. Somebody probably does.
No. Food jokes are reserved solely for Sanji.
But he was there. He might have said something.
He only makes those puns when he fights.
If he didn't make a sushi joke, it just seems like a missed opportunity.
I don't think he did.
I think you might be right. I think that's the worst part. That's essentially that's really Zoro's like dying. It reopened his wounds. That's kind of the more major point going on, and so he is just very much dying. What do you think of the Zoro Hachi fight?
I mean, I'm game whenever Zoro puts on his bandana. I think that's always like a really cool moment. And then the only thing that brings it down is they're always like calling out their special move attack names, and I think that's really annoying. But otherwise, it was a fine fight. I always like watching Zoro fight.
That's fair. Yeah, that's anime. They'll keep yelling them. They'll keep yelling them.
They even do it in the English version. More so in the English version.
Without a doubt. They won't stop. They probably do it even more hardcore in the English. They scream even louder.
Yeah.
Yep, they got it. So, that's the fight. Zoro is now on the ground, weeping, crying, and then at the very tail end of it, there's another fishman who punches. He does fishman karate. That's what he says. I do Fishman karate. And he comes in,
Yeah.
he's like, I'm just going to kill Zoro, because he's clearly, like, about to die anyway. And then Sanji pops on in and says, oh, no. And we... Oh, no! Oh, shit! Oh, I ruined it. Man, why can't I... Wow. Well, I don't know. They're supposed to be moving around. It's fine.
It's fine.
You get it. Yeah, so you got Sanji boy here versus Kuroobi is his name. And he does Fishman karate.
This guy annoyed me so much because he threw Fishman karate in front of every kick and punch he did.
I do Fishman karate.
We get it.
100 bricks, 1,000 bricks, 1 million brick fist. Things like that. He did.
Yeah.
He wanted to make it very abundantly clear that he doesn't do normal karate. He does Fishman karate. Which I guess is different entirely. I don't think it is. I think the difference is probably that they're strong.
I guess.
I think they do shit with water too. I mean, you could see him here.
Yeah,
He's got like
they do it underwater. Because a very important beat before these battles happen is Luffy slams his feet into the ground.
Yes. This should be brought. This becomes very important during the Sanji fight, so it's worth bringing up now.
Yeah. He slams his feet into the ground.
Yep.
He spins up a million times.
Because,
and then
he wanted to stabilize himself. Makes sense.
Yep. And then he punches someone or whatever with the torque of unwinding.
Yes.
But then he can't
get
his feet out.
I think he
probably.
I think it was Arlong.
I think he did.
He came in and he was like, I'm going to beat the crap out of you.
But then he can't get his feet out of the concrete he smashed him in.
Because he's stupid. It's comedy, man!
And then
Have a little
Arlong...
smile!
No. And then Arlong takes the piece of cement around his feet and throws it into the water.
So, legit, I don't want to dive back into our whole argument, but is it not more interesting when Luffy does stupid shit? If Luffy just ran in, beat the crap out of Arlong, and it was like an episode of him fighting Arlong and then it ended, would that... I feel like that would be less of a payoff. I personally liked that there was this, like... yes, it happened because Luffy did something stupid. But, like... There was this whole, like, new piece of tension that allowed you to see the others fight and have their moment, based around, like, Luffy getting thrown into the water because he had this fucking rock stuck to his feet.
I would prefer obstacles like this to arise from the adversary that they're facing, as opposed to them just being dumb and placing it upon themselves.
I like it because it's kind of like Luffy is happening to the plot and not the other way around. Like, that happened because Luffy did something stupid, and therefore it caused him to almost die from it. I mean, it wasn't that stupid. It reminds me a lot of my character in D&D. There's logic behind it. He planted his feet so he could twist up and get a super punch off. He was probably hoping that would be enough to take Arlong down, but it simply wasn't. And then it just kind of screwed him in the butt. Just a little
What I
bit.
think was the most stupid part of it is he had the strength to get it in there, get his feet in there. He had the strength to mess up Arlong.
Yeah.
Why couldn't he have just punched his feet out? Like,
Probably.
just cracked it again?
But then this whole plot point wouldn't matter. And this plot point's kind of a big one.
It is a big one. I just wish that it came from the strength and prowess of the people that they're facing, as opposed to Luffy putting all this extra stress and, like, stress on himself and his teammates, who now not only have to face fishmen as their human selves, but also they have to figure out how to get Luffy out of the water because he did that to himself. It's just like, imagine you're trying to do a job and you have a coworker who just keeps messing up the job every single time. Wouldn't you rather just have a job that's difficult as opposed to a coworker who makes a job difficult?
Yeah, but I think from a story perspective, it's more entertaining to have the coworker that makes the job difficult.
I guess.
In real life, I totally agree with you, but Luffy, I don't know Luffy in real life. He's not over here punching holes in my wall and doing stupid shit. And so I think it adds to the story perspective of it. But I digress.
Moving on. Back to this cool stuff you got going.
The point is, Luffy gets thrown into the water, and since he's the Devil Fruit user, it renders him
unable
useless.
to do anything about it.
And he has a rock strapped to his feet now, so he sinks to the bottom immediately and starts drowning.
So Sanji's idea is to dive down and see if he can help him out somehow. He doesn't yet know that. The thing is, I'm pretty sure his name's Gonzo, the pinwheel guy, and
yes, I think his name is Gonzo.
And Nojiko. Nojiko are down there already trying to save Luffy, and their solution was to stretch his head up above the water so he can breathe, while the other goes down and does CPR shit to get any water out of his lungs.
Essentially, yes, exactly.
Yep.
They're both like, we're going to go down there, we're going to help them, while Sanji and Zoro are fighting the fishmen and stopping them from jumping into the water and killing them. Yep.
So Sanji jumps in the water and almost gets killed by Kuroobi.
Yes, Kuroobi.
Yeah. And so thus ensues an underwater fight between Sanji and Kuroobi, where Kuroobi is kicking the ever-loving shit out of Sanji.
Because he's a fish.
Because he's a fish and Sanji's not.
Yes.
So Sanji comes up with the idea to blow air right into the gills of Kuroobi.
I loved this.
That was cool.
I really liked this fight. For that, I don't remember it being so cool. Honestly, because it's been so long since I've watched it. I remember, Sanji jumping into the water. I remember them jumping into the water together because he goes to save Luffy and break the rock and stuff. I remember him winning in the water against the Fishman, which I think is stupid and unreasonable because they're fishmen. There's no way Sanji would actually win that fight. So when that wasn't the case, when Sanji just got the crap beat out of him, essentially, and then he was running out of air and his only option was to swim back up, and then that became a whole thing because the fishman tried to stop him, and then he used his last bit of air to blow into his gills to, make him drown. I thought that was cool.
That was cool.
I thought that was an interesting choice.
The beats of this fight were really cool. But what annoyed me was karate or fishman karate punch, fishman karate water kick, fishman karate punch again.
I'm really excited for you. I know that it's still gonna be bad, but I'm just excited for you to get into the blind stuff, because I really think you having to watch these twice is wearing on you more than anything. I think you had these complaints the second time, or the first time, and now that you have to watch it again, they're getting elevated even higher, and it's making you even more angry about all this shit.
You might be onto something.
But yeah, he was super into Fishman Karate. But they eventually get back up on land, and Sanji's like, get up, because Nojiko and the pinwheel dude came up with a cunning plan to stretch Luffy's neck as far as he could go so that it was above the water, so that they could start doing CPR and getting the water out. Which from a physics standpoint, I don't think would work, because that's a long tube for the water to be going up in. But I guess technically it's his throat, so maybe it works in some weird way.
Who knows?
It was a cool beat. It was a cool concept, but it was also stupid at the same time. But yeah, so Luffy's just underwater, but his head's above water now, because they stretched him all out.
So Sanji blows air into the fishman. They get back above water, and now it's just stalling for time because now Sanji knows Luffy's gonna be okay. They just need to get him out of there.
Yeah,
I need to get back down in there to break the rock.
Yep.
So, so he then requests Zoro hey, buy me time. And Zoro's like, I got 30 seconds. That's all I can give you.
Yeah, exactly. Because Arlong's coming.
Yeah.
Arlong wants a piece of this. He says, I'm going to go down there and I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you all, I believe, is what he says.
And somewhere in there, Chu is like, well, I'm going to kill you then. And then right at the last moment before Chu does his thing, in comes Usopp with I think it was an egg this time. And
it was a rubber band in the manga.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, well, and that wasn't Chu. It was the octopus guy. And at least in the manga, it was Hachi.
What triggers Chu to chase after Usopp?
Usopp runs away immediately, like right at the very beginning. They get to Arlong Park, and Usopp sprints out the door immediately and leaves everybody.
No, there's like this clutch moment where Usopp saves them at the last minute from being skewered.
He comes back and does that in the manga because he has the fight with Chu separately.
Right, and
he runs away.
I thought this was the moment, like he slingshots them, and then Chu chases after him while Usopp runs away, and then they have their fight.
In the manga, it wasn't. I don't know if it was in the anime or not, but he might have done something earlier and then ran away. But he runs away, and while Sanji and all this is going on, it's implied that Usopp and Chu are having their fight over there as well, which I think is as good a time as any for us to start the Usopp versus Chu. There he is!
Jesus Christ. Oh, that's disgusting.
I found the best image I could find to get our little Chewy boy going real good.
Oh, don't call him a Chewy boy. Please.
Oh yeah, he's got thick lips, to say the least. So so Usopp runs away at some point, and Chu chases after him.
Yep.
And essentially what happens is Usopp decides he's just going to play dead, and he, I guess, sprays ketchup all over his body and then lays on the ground like he's dying. Yes. Chu, being a stupid fish man, falls for it and starts walking away. And Usopp's like, I'm a genius. This was a great plan. I'm so glad I made these ketchup stars, which is just fucking stupid. You think this is dumb.
I can't believe you don't like Usopp. Usopp's whole thing is like ingenuity and craftsmanship and coming up with these little gadgets and things that like.
Look, I know the fishmen are stupid, but like spraying ketchup all over yourself isn't going to convince. They would smell the ketchup instantly.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's so potent.
The fact that it's ketchup is a bit dumb. He could have said like these fake blood capsules or something.
It's because all the ingenuity he does is fucking stupid. Usopp has his moments. Usopp has his
more moments than Luffy, if you ask me.
The only part about... I did enjoy this part. I enjoy when Usopp gets the shit beat out of him, which is what happens here. Because... and it's a theme among Usopp. He just loves to get the shit beat out of him. It happened when he was at Syrup Village. It happens here, but he perseveres. So I'll give Usopp that. And he has a moment of humility here. So at first I was angry at Usopp because he was leaving them all. Chu was just going back. Usopp essentially accomplished nothing by running away. He just ran away like a little coward and then covered himself in ketchup.
Chu was about to kill people.
I don't know. I don't remember what happened. But regardless, I don't think so. I don't remember Chu doing anything. But Usopp comes in clutch later. We'll get to that. Chu's walking away. He's going back, and Usopp has a moment of humility, and he's going back. Like, my teammates are already dying. Zoro's, was already in pretty bad shape as it was, and now they're gonna have to fight another fish man. And so he decides he's going to fight Chu regardless, and he shoots like a, I don't know, fucking pepper star or some stupid ad. Probably, and it makes him sneeze. That didn't happen, but it could have. It wouldn't surprise me if that's happened at some point.
I would love it if he comes out with the pepper spray.
Yeah, I bet it'll happen. I feel like it's in my memory somewhere for a reason. So that was cool. I liked that. And then Chu immediately comes over and starts beating the shit out of him. He dodges the pepper star, and then just starts punching the crap out of Usopp. Usopp
he has a
slings
moment of
rubber band in
reflection
his
here.
face. A little rubber band.
No, I don't think that's it. Well, yeah, I think he does get to the rubber band, but first he like comes out with Usopp hammer and whacks him across the face, and then follows that right up with Usopp rubber band of doom, and then Chew, as anyone would, cowers like getting prepared to get hit with a rubber band because nobody likes that, but it never comes. He opens his eyes. Usopp's not there. Usopp's off in the woods, right behind the wood line. So Chew jumps into this little rice paddy pond, sucks up all the water.
Yep.
He looks like fucking Cell right before he blows up in Dragon Ball Z, and releases this jettison water cannon, which takes out all the trees right next to Usopp.
Yeah, it's very powerful water.
Yeah, and then something happens, and Usopp like, I don't know, hits him with a star again or something. It sets him on fire. Usopp takes that moment to beat him with a hammer again.
Yep.
And they go flying back into the rice paddy water. And Usopp's like, oh, I did it. I beat the guy. Then Fishman starts to like wake up again. And then Usopp goes apeshit and starts beating him with the hammer.
That's more or less how it happened in the manga. Yeah, that's the gist of it. He
I
beats
loved
the
it.
shit out of the fish guy with the hammer, and it's like, woohoo!
Yeah.
I did it, and his nose is all crooked because he got the crap beat out of him, and
Yeah. Chew has like mallet bumps all over his head.
I just don't know if I buy it. You know,
Don't
you got
buy
these
it.
superhuman fishmen, and Usopp comes out with a I get the thing that the contrast is that fishmen are dumb. That's the saving grace here for Usopp, because the rubber band thing, I mean, yeah, anybody would flinch with the rubber band, but also I feel like it's saying how stupid the fishmen are that they flinch when the rubber band's coming. It was a fine fight.
I enjoyed it.
It was fine. It was my least favorite fight of them all. But
I thoroughly enjoyed
it. That's fine.
I would rank it Zoro and Usopp fight, Sanji, Luffy.
I think I just hate how he frickin' always has to run away and leave people to die.
That's his MO.
I know, man. He's always running away.
But like that's kind of like why I like it, because he runs away, then he has these moments of realization and develops character growth, and then comes back with the clutch and brings it in. I enjoy
Well,
that.
you say he develops character growth, but both times he's just run away so far. The exact same way he did before.
Well, at least this time, like his running away ended with, I don't want to be a coward. I don't
agree.
want to be a liar.
I agree.
So I'm assuming going forward, if he runs away again, it's going to be like some cool inner conflict between him, and it won't be just, Usopp runs away, goes through the steps of character growth, but nothing comes out of it at the end. If that happens, I'll be mad. If this is actual legitimate character growth, I'll be happy.
I don't remember.
Great.
I tend to just ignore everything Usopp, so you're good.
You're right.
I'm sure we'll be talking about it plenty in the future. So that brings us back to Arlong Park. So Usopp beats Chew and starts running back to Arlong Park. Zoro, as you said earlier, said I got 30 seconds, and he basically uses that 30 seconds to stop Arlong from jumping into the water after Sanji, who's going to go down and break the rock.
Yep.
And Zoro does. Yeah, Zoro being the baddest he is, being the second in command, handles, and like half dying, is able to handle Arlong for 30 seconds, or at least stop him. Like, it's kind of more of a defense thing. He tries to chop his nose off and realizes his nose is really, really strong and you can't chop it off.
And then Arlong rips off his bandages, exposing his wounds again.
Which is, oh yeah, I want to bring up the panel while we're here then, because
Oh yeah, please do, because it's
there's
kind of mild.
a sick panel. Oh no, do I not even have it? Oh man, I don't even have it.
Oh damn.
I don't know where it went. That's too bad. Uh-oh. We'll watch it again. Yeah, there's this sweet panel in the manga, and I don't remember it happening in the anime, but it's also been a long time, of him ripping and like his wound, he's like basically cut in half. And there's just blood everywhere, and it's like intense as hell.
It's pretty mild in the anime.
Yeah.
Like you see Arlong rip off the bandages and there's like a squirt of blood.
There's like a that's it.
Yeah. But then like while he's doing this, the octopus guy gets back up and dives after Sanji, who's going down to rescue Luffy.
Yes.
And then Zoro starts laughing, and Arlong's like, "What are you laughing about?" And Zoro's like, "Your wounds won't open if you don't move." And he's like, "What are you talking about? Like, your wounds are already open." And he's like, "I wasn't talking about me." And it cuts back to Octopus Guy chasing after Sanji, and Nojiko swims between Sanji and Octopus Guy.
Yep, and she's gonna take the brunt of the hit.
So Sanji can go down and rescue Luffy, but right at the last minute, Octopus Guy erupts in blood because all of the wounds that Zoro did to him burst open.
Yep.
And presumably he dies, and
the end of Hachi.
The end of Hachi. And Sanji goes down, breaks the rock.
Breaks the rock, which leads us to ya boy versus Arlong. All right, so we got Luffy versus Arlong.
Why does each crew member have A? Are they just saying like, "Hey"?
This is I actually meant to point it out. This was a
that's like the Avengers A.
It's a person on Deviant Art. And I was
we need to give credit.
Shout out Yeye-Chan. I don't know. Oliver, I assume it's a girl, uses this A here. So I did reach out, ask if I could use them for this podcast. I never received a response, so I just kept them in there. If it becomes a legal issue, I'll take the episode down. Yeye-Chan, thanks in the meantime. I assume it's fine. So, I don't know. It's cool. It's whatever.
All right.
It's free publicity. Yeye-Chan, shout out. Okay. Here we go.
Oh, Jesus. Anyway, so...
What, you scared? You scared of Yeye-Chan?
I feel bad.
Well, you shouldn't. I mean, I'm recognizing her. I think that's the more important thing. That's why I kept the A in there, because I easily could have, like, erased it. But I'm glad that you brought it up, because I wasn't even thinking. I kept it in there so that I would remember to bring her up and give her the shout out. So
Okay.
Yeah, Yeye-Chan on Deviant Art there. She's got a bunch of chibi One Piece characters, and they're all fucking adorable.
They've all been really cute so far.
I love them so much.
Anyway, so talking about the fight.
Yeah. One last thing, though, since we're here. This is the panel of Zoro's wounds in the manga.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Isn't that fucked up? He's basically cut in half. He's got stitches that have just reopened. I was like, damn.
Yeah, Jesus.
So that's the damage that Mihawk did to Zoro. And before we jump into the Luffy fight, I just want to point out that I love that the wounds for Mihawk are still here and still causing an effect. And I love what they did to Zoro. I feel like this arc was so good and so telling of how strong Zoro is. Because, one, he's been wounded the entire time. That has been acknowledged and brought up, and it has hindered him repeatedly. And yet he continues to fight, even though he's knocking on death's door. And he continues to win for the most part. I mean, you can't beat Arlong here, but he beat Hachi with his after his wounds reopened. And he also earlier beat the crap out of, like, 20 fishmen or whatever the hell it was with ease. So we get this picture that Zoro is this super, obviously very powerful dude. And I feel like we don't really see it up until this point. We see him do some cool stuff, like against the cat pirates, sure. But like it doesn't really get how strong he is until you get these fishmen who are superhuman and he's beating the crap out of them with ease. And then contrasting that against the battle with Mihawk, I love that they did it in reverse. I love that they had Mihawk come first to give him the wounds to make him weaker, to showcase how powerful he is. Because then, even furthermore, it shows that he fought Mihawk at full power and stood no chance. Mihawk beat him with a tiny little, like, butter knife. So, like, it's just expanding, even in this arc, as to how powerful, like, these people in the Grand Line can be. And I love that. I love that contrast so much. I think it's great storytelling, and I think it's a really cool way of doing it, kind of in this, like, reverse order.
Yeah, I really have been enjoying Zoro's story so far.
I love Zoro. I absolutely love Zoro. God damn it.
Back to this.
It's fine. So, we get to the Luffy Arlong fight. Which was your least favorite?
Yeah.
All right, I'll let you give a quick rundown. What happened?
Well, it starts with Sanji releasing Luffy from the rock.
Yep.
And then he immediately says, "You're the one who made this complicated in the first place." I just really that line resonated with me. I wanted to point it out.
See, but that's the great thing about this is that the characters all agree with you. It's great, isn't it?
No.
It's.
They all realize he's a piece of shit.
No, they don't realize he's a piece of shit. They just realize he's stupid. That's his biggest flaw. But, like, would it not be so much worse if they just pretended like Luffy was this great guy and, like, ignored the fact that he's doing all this stupid shit? Like, it gets acknowledged and brought up, and it's clearly a part of his character. And you gotta at least, like, respect that piece of it.
So Arlong does say right before they start throwing fists.
Yes, he does.
How does your crew feel tolerating this idiocy?
Yes!
I bet they're sick of it.
And you're in a shark costume. And that's so good. I read that line and immediately... I don't know. I knew you were going to bring it up. And
It speaks to my soul.
I mean, I think it just speaks to Oda that he knows exactly what he's doing. Even though you hate it. Maybe he wants you to hate it. You ever think about that?
If he wants me to hate it, it's working. Because I
might.
hate it.
He might.
Am I just supposed to hate the hero of the story throughout the whole thing?
Maybe that's the point.
That sucks.
Well, hey, you know. The crew's cool.
Yeah, let's get rid of Luffy. Just follow the crew.
But but again, as we stressed last time, Nami wouldn't even be here if Luffy wasn't here. Nami would be gone, and you said she's might be your favorite right now because of what she did this arc. She wouldn't even be here, man, if it wasn't for Luffy. You'd accept the Zoro Sanji Usopp spinoff?
Yeah, I would.
I don't even think. I think the whole crew wouldn't even be here if they wouldn't be. I mean, Luffy recruited them. So.
I mean, you can replace Luffy with a competent person, or just get rid of Luffy right now.
If you got
if
right
Luffy
now, like
just
Luffy just dies, they throw him in the water and they go to the Grand Line.
Yep.
They don't even want to go
do
to
whatever.
the Grand Line.
They don't have to go to the Grand Line.
They're just gonna keep sailing around the East Blue. When
yeah,
they beat all
900. I'll watch 900 episodes of Crew minus Luffy. I bet they're fun guys.
They've already beaten the most powerful man in the East Blue.
All right, go to the West Blue. I don't know.
You gotta go over the Grand Line. We already established how the world works.
I don't care what they do. I just want Luffy gone.
Well, you're not gonna get that wish.
Eventually, Luffy and him, Arlong throw fists for a while.
Yep.
Arlong's teeth come out. He grows them back. Luffy puts teeth in him.
He starts using them as like he like chompers on his hands and starts. So he's
Luffy
got like
takes
3
some
mouths.
and puts them into his mouth, and now he has some chompers, and he plays with that a little bit.
Yeah,
Eventually, they wind up in Nami's room in Arlong Tower.
Yep.
And at this point, Luffy's kind of been, he's been taking some hits. He's gotten bit a couple times, taken some cuts.
Yep.
And Arlong jumps into the room where Luffy is in Nami's room, and he's like, "Time to die." And Luffy says, "What's this room?" And this annoyed me. Arlong then decides to oblige his wish to know what this room is and go into like a 20-minute long explanation of what all he's seeing is.
Classic anime villain.
Yeah. Starts monologuing. Which gives Luffy time to do his edgy, like, look down with hair and become serious for a couple seconds and then win. Which I feel is just so cookie cutter for the show so far.
He doesn't just win, he destroys the room.
He does. He destroys the room.
He destroys the room because it was like Nami's prison, essentially.
Yeah, exactly. So he's like, to destroy Nami's prison, you got to destroy her cage.
Mm-hmm.
And
exactly.
This was her cage.
So at what point does Luffy not care?
When he decided to take a walk and fall asleep earlier, that's when he didn't care.
When he didn't want to hear the backstory, it doesn't even make sense.
When he didn't want to get involved in all this interesting plot that was going on, that's when he didn't care.
But that's not
moving forward. Arlong says this line I really hated. I thought this was so stupid. Mm-hmm. Nami will forever be my tool, or no, my friend. And that pisses
Arlong
Luffy
says
off.
that?
Arlong says that. And that's what really pulls Luffy over the edge.
Wait, what? That definitely didn't happen in the manga. That
sounds
like a 4Kids dub situation.
No, that's what he says in the Japanese, Japanese version of the anime and the English version of the anime.
Wow.
Yeah, because I remember watching it the first time and reading that line in the subtitles and thinking that's the stupidest line. And then they said it again in the English version.
That's the worst. That's the worst.
And so I think Luffy's response to that was, "No, you can't have her. She's my navigator."
Yes.
And I just think it's like they're going back and forth between her importance being her role, being a navigator, versus her importance being her relationship with the individual, being friends. And like 1 minute, Arlong's saying she's my navigator. The next minute he's saying she's my friend. He's saying she'll never be your navigator. She'll never be your friend. Luffy's like, I don't care. She's my navigator. And then on the next minute he's like saying, no, Nami will always be my friend. And I think it would be better if Arlong just kept consistency with like she's my tool and Luffy being she is my friend. Because then that, presents that conflict being, Arlong just sees humans as tools to be used and tossed out versus Luffy seeing the value of people being his relationship with them.
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah, but
it's weird.
Oda does. Yeah.
I didn't love this whole scene either. It wasn't my favorite. Even just like them being in this room. I get the the symbolism of it, but like the room had never been brought up before.
Right.
And like not once it was just kind of like this. I get it, but like I feel like it definitely could have been done better. I agree.
I don't think it had the emotional impact that it could have had.
I agree. I 100% agree.
So Luffy does like Gum power axe or battle axe or something like that.
I think it's battle axe, yeah.
And brings down the entire tower.
The whole tower comes crashing right down.
Yep. And Arlong dies with it.
And Arlong gets smashed straight into the bottom, dies. The end of
One Piece.
One Piece.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Essentially, the town is saved.
Yeah, they go on a 3-day
They have a big
bender.
party.
Yeah.
Arlong Park is completely destroyed. The Navy is like pissed and runs away. Oh, yeah, this is an important piece. The end is that the Navy's pissed. They find out he destroyed Arlong, and so like that one corrupt Navy dude who's been working with Arlong is basically like, let everybody know Luffy's a very dangerous pirate.
Yeah.
And that
He
they're
does
like a very
this
dangerous
through
crew.
a snail phone.
Yes, I was gonna bring up the snail phones. What do you think of this technological piece called a snail
It is
phone?
extremely jarring.
So,
like, what the hell?
For those of you who have never seen One Piece, I had a bunch of panelists. Somehow they got lost. I guess I didn't carry them.
Like, I know up to this point, One Piece has been bizarre in like the characters that you see.
Yeah, how does
but
this surprise you?
It's been relatively grounded in the technology you see.
The snail
then
phones
out
are
of
definitely
nowhere,
an interesting one.
This Flintstones-esque snail phone and fax machine. It is also a fax machine.
It takes pictures with its eyes.
Yeah.
It takes a picture of Luffy with its eyes and sends it to like all the military bases.
What the hell?
They pick up its shell and talk into it like a phone. It's beautiful. It's so stupid. I totally agree.
It's so dumb.
Oh Lord, yeah. So
then Luffy and crew is labeled as dangerous pirates.
wanted dead or alive, I believe is the
yeah.
specific. Yeah. So Luffy's whole crew is wanted dead or alive now.
Because the corrupt Navy didn't like them not allowing them to take all the treasure.
Essentially, yeah.
So now it's time to leave Arlong Park, or not leave Cocoa Village.
Mm-hmm.
And
Cocoa Village.
Everyone's talking like, is Nami gonna go with them? Is she gonna stay? And she has this heartfelt conversation with her sister and Gonzo. Like, if I were to ask Belmere, what would she say about me being a pirate? And he's like, if she were to say no, would that stop you? And she's like, nah. And there's like that really sweet moment with her on the cliffside. And then they're taking off. They're about to take off. They're loading their supplies. And they're like, where's Nami? Is she coming with us? And Zoro's like, maybe she's not coming with us. And then she appears. And she's like, set sail. And she's way off on the distance still. And then she starts running as the ship's taking off. And she's zip-zapping her way through the crowd. And Gonzo's like, is she really going to leave without letting us say goodbye? And she leaps onto the ship. And she starts lifting her shirt. But before you see any bits, all the wallets and jewelry of people
You're like,
in the crowd
what is this?
Yeah.
Yep. All the wallets and jewels and money of the townspeople. She stole it all.
Yep.
But
as a parting gift, she stole all their shit.
But she left them the like 80 million berries or whatever she saved.
She left them pretty much almost 100 million berries.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, but she stole their wallets. And
Yeah.
shit. Which
And it
kind of
was a
sucks. So they gotta go buy a new damn wallet.
Yeah, right. I'd be pretty pissed.
Maybe they had IDs in there.
I was thinking the same exact thing while watching this. Like, I'd be so mad at her.
They seemed fine though.
Yeah, they were like, oh, it's okay.
Yeah, it's cool. Classic
I mean,
Nami. We're gonna miss you. Come
They
back.
collectively make 2 billion berries over 8 years, so I'm sure they're fine.
Yeah, they're doing great.
But it was here I wrote down, I better never hear thief who steals only from pirates ever again.
We'll just have to wait and see.
Oh, I don't like the way you said that. Because one, she objectively isn't.
She's
and
a pirate
two,
now.
she's a pirate now. Yeah.
But also Zoro's a pirate
she's grown.
hunter.
She's
and
grown.
He's a pirate now.
I mean, I think he's put his bounty hunting days behind him for now. They're growing. The crew is growing. She's no longer, bound by this promise to raise 100 million berries. She's free to use her pickpocketing and thieving skills, for the betterment of the crew. Zoro's like, I'm going to instead of being a bounty hunter that hunts pirates, I'm going to be, the muscle of the group, They're growing as crew members. They're growing as characters. It's great. I wish they all did.
I'm hard disagreeing. Luffy straight... First of all, we got to see Luffy come out of his shell a ton here at the end of Arlong Park. One, with him helping Nami. You got your wish. You're just mad it didn't happen in the time frame you set for yourself. And then two, also when he was... Before they went up into the room, and like when Luffy was fighting Arlong and like getting the crap beat out of him, at one point he talks about how like he can't do much, and how like he needs his crew members, and he talks about how he needs a chef because he can't cook, and he needs a navigator because he can't navigate, and how he basically admits that he knows he's dumb, but like
he says the word useless.
Yeah. See, so like he also, I think that was a big growth. Him saying that is not something you've ever seen him say. So it's like he's aware of like who he is, and he's not like afraid of it. He's gathering people that can help even him out, knowing that he's flawed in a lot of different ways.
Yeah, and that's perfectly fine. Like,
is that not growth?
Well, no, that's just him acknowledging his flaws. Growth is, overcoming those flaws.
But we've never seen him acknowledge his flaws before. So would it being the first step is acknowledging them, right?
I mean, I'm assuming he knew that from the beginning.
He most certainly did. That's why he was gathering a crew, but he had never said it. So like he has like essentially been growing throughout this journey by collecting these people.
Well, the crew's growing.
As far as you knew, he was too dumb to even know that. And now you know that he at least knows that. So I feel like, as far as you're concerned, that's growth. Because you didn't know this before, and now you know it. So as a reader, you see growth in the character that you didn't know existed. Regardless of when he did it, you didn't know it until now.
I think we disagree on the definition of growth here. I don't see that as growth.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe growth isn't the right word, but it's definitely like, from my eyes, it's growth. Because I didn't know that piece before about him. You never knew why he was collecting all these people. Like, you didn't know the reasoning behind it. And his reasoning you now know is because he knows, well, I mean, you kind of knew.
Yeah, like, I knew he couldn't sail worth shit.
Right.
I knew he couldn't cook. I knew he's not really that great of a swordsman.
You're right.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hearing him say it out loud, I thought was a good thing.
All right.
But, yeah.
I mean, I enjoyed heariing him say he's worthless. That's at least the author acknowledging, you've created a
The author's
character.
been acknowledging this whole... Don't even throw that. We've seen a million people talk about how stupid Luffy is, including his own crewmates. The author consistently acknowledges it.
I was just pressing your buttons.
You did it. You pressed them.
But yeah, they set sail, and that is the end of Arlong Park.
That is the end of Arlong Park. And, that's it.
Yeah.
So, I feel like I had a couple of other things I wanted to bring up while we were here. One in particular, oh yeah, just, so we're going to do a tier list, as we always do. We'll do it on the YouTube channel, of the characters we met in Arlong Park, and also, the crew members get shuffled around a little bit depending on the actions they took. So we'll see kind of where everybody lands. If you haven't seen the last one, check it out on the YouTube. But right now, where do we know Luffy's on the bottom? I assume I want you to rate the 5 crew members.
Okay.
Right now, from top to bottom, your favorite to least favorite.
Okay. Favorite, Nami.
Okay.
Nami's my favorite.
Yeah, there it is.
Yep.
Never would have happened if Luffy hadn't followed her, by the way, but, that's fine.
Nami's my favorite, followed very closely by Zoro.
Mm-hmm.
Sanji kind of stayed the same. Maybe went up.
Yeah.
Not much movement there.
Yeah, that's fair.
Usopp went up. We saw. I really liked the character growth in him this arc.
Mm-hmm.
Luffy stayed the same, dog. I'm sorry.
I expected nothing more. So are you saying so is the order Nami, Zoro, Sanji, Usopp, Luffy.
Ooh, let's see. Between Sanji and Usopp,
Yeah, I was surprised.
they're
I thought
probably
Usopp would be
even.
above.
Yeah, they're probably even, if not Usopp's above.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So now they got the full crew, right? They got a navigator, a cook, a swordsman, and Usopp. Time to go to the Grand Line, right?
Well-
Crew's done.
We'll see. We talked earlier that he wanted 10, so we'll have to see. What did you say? He needs a repairman. He needs a yoga instructor. He needs a
I think I said a politician at some point.
politician.
And Ross from Friends.
Ross from Friends. Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh man. So, yeah, it's been good. We're an hour and 15. This is the quickest episode yet, I will say. So we did pretty good. Yeah, I got nothing else to bring up. There was one more thing I wanted to, but I'll just bring it up. Next episode. If I had the panels, they got deleted, so I'm not gonna go searching for them, and we'll cover it next episode. But you're gonna love it. You're absolutely going to love it, and I cannot wait.
So at some point, we decided we're actually going to do the movies, right?
Yes. So what we would like to do is we're also going to watch all the movies as they happen in order, which we kind of already dropped the ball on that, because the first one happens right after they get Usopp, I believe.
Oh.
I don't think the second one's happened yet. But we're going to watch the movies. I've never seen any of them. You've never seen any of them. And we're going to throw up, I don't know, a little podcast-esque thing on the YouTube of us just kind of discussing those.
Sounds fun.
So yeah, that's a little side project to look forward to on the YouTube. We got the tier list coming to look forward to on the YouTube. Next week, I got some cool panels to show you that are manga exclusive panels that you do not get to see in the anime. At least I don't think you do. And also one other treat. One other treat that I'm hoping to have done by next week that you're really, really going to like. So stay tuned. Next week we'll be back. We'll be going into Logtown, I believe is the next arc, as well as I believe it's called... Do you know? We'll just talk about it next time. I think you know because I think we've talked about it, but I hope you've forgotten because you're going to love what comes next.
All right. Making me nervous.
It's Buggy's side story.
You just ruined my day.
I believe it's called Buggy's Great Adventure. And it's
You've
an
got to
episode
be
or
kidding
perhaps
me.
even two.
Oh,
so
no.
we get to see what the clown boy is up to.
I thought he died.
Nope. he can. How would he have died? He can
They
chop himself
launched
into a
him
million
off into
pieces.
the ocean. He can't swim. He was
pro-
little nub man.
Maybe he landed on an island.
That's stupid.
Buggy.
It's time to prepare the buggy ball.
So, thank you guys for watching. We love you very much, and we will speak at you next week with Buggy's Side Story and Logtown. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Yeah, we did it.